Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, I'm reading from my book of channeled messages. If you find this book resonates with you, you can always order it from me through my email. So, I've been guided to read chapter 2 for you all. It's called Your Attachment to Them Has Held You Back. I see you loving on yourself more than ever now. You have been dedicating time to healing your inner childhood wounds, and now you confidently sit on your throne, recognizing your value and accepting nothing less than what you deserve. You have triumphed over your past and now embrace it with gratitude as the challenges you have faced have shaped you into the diamond you are today. Naturally, there are many who are unhappy that your new cycle entails closing old cycles that kept you bound to them. They see that you have healed and have great blessings coming your way, which they cannot take credit for or benefit from financially. These people chose not to heal and were a large part of creating many of the painful experiences and obstacles you faced. They spoke against you and accused you of feeling superior while secretly reveling in your pain and hoping that you would never find the courage to lift yourself back up. All the while you were growing and working towards becoming the best version of yourself. In your silence, many people continue to work against you, accumulating significant karmic debt due to their wish to see you fail. If you continue to embody the feelings of abandonment, lack mentality, grief, or depression, they felt empowered and validated. Fortunately, the false version of yourself was dismantled as soon as you awakened to your truth. Once your spiritual eyes open, you could no longer ignore the false karmic relationships in your life, and everything became unmistakably clear as you embraced the reality of your connections to these individuals. Naturally, some of these individuals are hurrying to apologize and plead with you to draw you back into their toxic energy. However, you don't require their apology because you've learned that forgiveness lies in your own healing, independent of their apologies. So, regardless of their sincerity or lack thereof, you are complete and liberated from all bitterness and resentment. Unfortunately, for many of these individuals, you are not accepting their offer to re enter into your life, as you can see beyond their physical actions and have gained insight into their spiritual intentions. You see that they are resistant to healing and intentionally hold on to an energy that opposes love, compassion, and integrity. Still, they hope you will welcome them back with open arms, not with the intention of offering you the love you deserve, but rather to alleviate their own grief and karma they are now facing. They did not honor or appreciate you while you were in their life. Now that they see you thriving, they fear missing out on the blessings that you have rightfully earned. Thus, it is crucial to apply discernment and wisdom you have acquired over the past season of your life to thoughtfully decide whether they should continue with you or be left behind. A prime example of self love is recognizing when to say no and keeping certain doors closed as you progress towards your happiness and fulfillment of your desires. Also, keep in mind that some of these individuals may intend to drain your energy and peace to hinder you from your destiny. Rest assured, you will recognize the wolf when it shows itself, and you will take the necessary steps to keep it out of your life, as this new chapter is about prioritizing your happiness rather than sacrificing it to boost others' egos. Nor will you allow yourself to ensure someone else's material stability, especially since they have created their own lack through their irresponsible actions. If this is a past romantic partner, you'll recognize that they bring nothing more to the table than sexual encounters, a false apology, and an open hand to take your harvest. Be cautious of these individuals as their intentions are far from positive. They genuinely aim to prevent your blessings from entering your life now that you have pulled back your emotions and no longer feel the same about them. In the past, you may have overextended yourself trying to get this person to reciprocate the love you gave, but now the situation has shifted. This person has developed an emotional dependence on your energy, seeking to drain your sexual energy while pursuing other options behind your back. Stand your ground and keep forging ahead, knowing that you have come too far to welcome in low vibrational individuals. Safeguard the creative projects you have been cultivating and keep them private until they are fully prepared for the world to see. Embrace your confidence and fully acknowledge the strength and personal power you have attained. It's time to let go of old chapters and embrace the new and exciting opportunities that are arising because of your hard work and dedication. You will soon connect with like-minded individuals who share your values, paving the way to new financial opportunities and enabling you to build a strong foundation for the future. Be patient as the harvest is ripening and it is plentiful. Having experienced so much, it is understandable to be wary when new opportunities arise, given the past events you faced. Now you're dedicated to preventing any further pain in your life. Be aware that the more you exude love, the more you attract like-minded energies into your life. In this new season, you can lower your defenses while maintaining an open heart and mind. Concentrate on fostering inner security while also pursuing efforts that will establish external stability. You have the tools necessary to take a leap of faith as you confidently explore new ventures that push you beyond your comfort zone. Keep moving forward and don't let your past prevent you from pursuing the things you love and aspire to create. Now that you've achieved balance between your masculine and feminine energies, you are prepared to reclaim authority over your life and build a solid, unshakable foundation using the tools you've gained. Utilize all tools you've gained to create the life you desire while nurturing and maintaining your spiritual development. Release the past from your mind and let your healed heart draw in everything that reflects the person you have become. People are genuinely sick without your energy, chosen. I hope that that chapter resonated with you and gave you some guidance that you might need along the way to reassure you that you are on the right path. Because you can rest assured that these individuals are definitely going through a grieving state in their life right now. And there's a lot of karma that they are actually experiencing as a result of what they've done to you. Okay. They're very much so in their head at this point, and they feel trapped. They feel stuck. They feel like they can't do anything about their circumstances. Some of them are dealing with depression and anxiety. And the thing about it, though, the really messed up part is that they're just feeling sorry for themselves. Most of these individuals don't feel sorry for what they've done towards you. What they feel sorry for is that they are now having to suffer as a result of what they have done towards you. So if they come through with this apology as chapter 2, the channeled message brought forward, they're coming through with a disingenuine apology. This apology is simply to place them in a stronger position so that they don't have to face the karma that they're actually dealing with right now. They want you to absolve their karma for them. So if you were to welcome them back in, which I know you won't, because you're focused. There are things that you know that you have to pour your intention into, and you're not going backwards. You're not going to relive that chapter again. Many of you, it really did require for you to go within and do some inner child work to understand why you was constantly allowing yourself to be abused or misused by these individuals. And now that you have done the inner child work and you've cleared whatever that suppressed energy was, this person can no longer attach themselves to you and use you as an energy supply. They can no longer come in and deceive you and create illusions for you because now you see them for who they are. And you recognize that they are wounded. You recognize that the only one that can heal those wounds is them having a connection to the Most High Mother and Father and doing the work on their own. This individual or these people, they're very, very afraid of being in isolation. They're afraid of having to sit with their own thoughts and to sit with themselves because they've done a lot of foul things behind the scenes. They carry a lot of secrets that they have held, and they've gone around, with this ego, pretending that they have it all together, pretending that, they're happy with themselves and that they love themselves. But that's the furthest from the truth, because these beings have abused themselves in ways that most people don't even understand. Most people don't even know, because they've done these nefarious acts in secret. And so now they're being haunted. All of those demons that motivated them to abuse themselves and to abuse others and to misuse and treat you, those same demons that they actually gladly allowed to, work through them, is now attacking them. Okay. So this individual, they are going to have to go through the dark night of the soul. And for them, it's very, very scary because it's getting ready to take them into the depths of their emotions. Like they're going to have to face things and to relive things and to remember things that they have been trying to purposely forget by living vicariously through you or by trying to hinder you and stop you. You became their focus. You became the perfect distraction that prevented them from actually doing the work to change. So now they're having to suffer. Many of them they feel imprisoned. Some of them are imprisoned in their own bodies because they're ill, they're weak. For others of them, they might be in physical prison because of things that they have done. And then in other circumstances, this is definitely mental imprisonment, self-imposed imprisonment, where it's like the thoughts are coming back over and over and over again. The Most High won't allow them to rest because they have to face what they have done. Okay. So they hurt you. They hurt you for a very long time. And as a chosen seed, I feel like you felt compassion for these beings. You attempted to try to heal these beings and to try to extend an olive branch to assist them. And they just turned around and they practically cut you. They did not care to watch you in pain. They did not care that these things was actually causing traumas that you would have to heal. They didn't care about that. All they cared about was inflating their own ego and feeling superior in that moment. And now they feel like the lowest of the low. Again, it's not because of what they did against you. It's because their life circumstances is showing them that they are, in fact, the way that they have acted is detestable. It's disgusting. Okay. The things that they have done against you, like the book said, if this was someone who was a romantic partner, that person was all out in the streets sharing their sexual energy with any and everybody. Okay. And being very, very deceptive towards you while you maintained your loyalty and attempted to nurture your relationship with them. Regardless of who these people are in your life and what role they played, they never had loyalty to you. But they expected for you to have loyalty to them and to put up with all of their BS and whatever it is that they had to bring, even if it meant that it hurt you. They expected you to continue to accept what they was bringing to the table. And many of them brought nothing to the table but pain, lies, deceit. A lot of them had intentions on really bringing you down and taking everything from you that you had created and built for yourself. Some of these beings are all out thieves that plotted against you, working against you in hopes that you would never rise, hoping to take everything from you. They wanted to blind you to their intentions so that they can run off with everything that you had worked hard for. So now it's their time to sit in these emotions. They have to deal with it. Okay. They are knee deep in tears. It's very, very painful and they're stuck. Whatever their situation is, they're stuck and they have no one to save them from this situation except for the Most High and themselves. But see, a lot of these beings will sit back in a pity party. They're going to continue to act like the victim. They're going to continue to blame everyone else except for themselves. And this is why the Most High has placed them in confinement where they have no choice but to face the truth. And it's going to take them a while to get there. And that's why their karma will be prolonged until they sit up and they take a look in the mirror and they recognize that they have been foul. They have operated from their carnal nature. They have defiled themselves. They have defiled their temple. They have defiled you until they are honest with themselves. And they say, I need to heal. I need to get help. And they actually take the effort, the practical effort to make those things happen. These beings will stay on a repeat karmic cycle that is very, very, very uncomfortable. But this is the position that they put themselves in because this is the position that they wanted you in. You suffered as a result of loving these people. So there's a lot of individuals out here, y'all. I'm talking about a lot of karmics who are losing it all in droves. And all of those karmics that work together, if this is more than one individual in your life and they work together, they plot it together with other people, they are literally watching everybody struggle and suffer together at the same time. And this is scaring the hell out of them because they don't understand, well, how is everybody getting knocked into the ditch together? Well, y'all dug the ditch together, so why wouldn't you get knocked into the ditch together? They literally came together in unison to dig a ditch for you, chosen, thinking that they was getting ready to put you in that ditch and put you in a position where you wouldn't be able to get yourself back up. But that same ditch that they dug together, they got knocked into that thing all at one time. And now, even if they wanted to try to help one another out, they can't because they don't have the resources to. They don't have the finances to. They don't have the mental capability to do it. They don't have the emotional or spiritual capability to do it. And now they are stuck. They must humble themselves now and recognize that you do not mess with the chosen seed. You do not go against a child of the Most High Mother and Father. And we're talking about good, genuine beings that you are, chosen seed. You have a good heart. You give the shirt off of your back. But one thing that you have learned from this situation is to never overextend yourself. You did that far too long. And they took advantage of your kindness for far too long, thinking that it was a weakness. When in fact, your kindness was always your superpower. Your love was always your superpower. That's the reason why you're taking leaps and bounds past them. That's the reason why you're manifesting, alchemizing, and transmuting energy and becoming this very powerful version of yourself is because you love genuinely from your heart. You didn't have any malice. You didn't have any ill intentions towards these beings, even though a lot of times it was shown to you that they wasn't shit. It was shown to you. And a lot of times you tried to just bypass it. You tried to say, okay, you looked at the potential of that person. You relied on the potential of what they could be, who they could become. And you gave them chance after chance after chance just for them to turn around and hurt you worse every single time. And so now all of that energy that they exerted towards you in order to bring you down and lay you flat on your face has them weak in their knees. Because you don't receive it anymore. You are not their supply anymore. You would not allow them to come in and use you up for your energy anymore. So now they're laid out sick. It's like you were their sun and now they're withering away to nothingness because they don't have your light anymore. But this is going to force them to go within and to do a lot of clearing because it's so toxic within their vessel. I'm talking about spiritually and physically. Their vessel is so damn toxic that the Most High is forcing them into a purge, like an internal purge. And it's painful. Some of these beings are literally physically sick right now. And they don't understand why. Because, again, they're in so much of victimhood mentality that they won't accept that it's because of how they treated you. They don't want to accept that they're going through what they're going through because of how they treated you. Because if they accept that, then that would mean that they have to look at you and recognize that you truly are chosen. And that you truly are favored by the Most High Mother and Father. And that the Most High Mother and Father does not play about you. So if they accept the fact that what they are going through is a direct result of what they have done to you, then they will also have to accept and acknowledge the fact that you are truly a divine being that's not to be messed with. And their ego and their so-called pride will not allow them to do it. So that's why they'll sit in that same energy until they acknowledge what is a fact. There's just certain beings that you can't go around playing with. There's certain beings that you can't go around plotting against. There's certain beings that you can't go around stealing from, misusing and abusing, lying to, deceiving. Okay? And these karmics are finding out fast. Like when I tell you the rapid boomerang effect, it is happening. Okay? In droves, these beings are being taken out and taken down and disarmed. Okay? And humbled. This is the time where karma must take place in a space where everybody knows the truth. The awakening is not just for the chosen seed. It wasn't just for you to go through the dark night of the soul. The awakening is for the karmics too. But they avoided it for as long as possible because they recognized that if they went through the awakening, oh, it's a lot of shit that they got to face. It's a lot of demons that they got to purge. And they were terrified of awakening those things. They was too busy trying to suppress it through their carnal nature, trying to suppress those demons, trying to numb themselves out through addictive patterns, sexual addictions, lust, materialism, greed, hurting others. All of these things was the perfect distraction so that they did not have to face their own demons. Because to truth be told, these beings are afraid of what they will discover within themselves if they're placed in solitude or isolation long enough. They depended on the energy of other people in order to avoid facing themselves because they're terrified of what's really behind the mask. So you all have great things that's coming towards you, and you're being called to definitely reject this person when they come in because their apologies are disingenuine. They do not mean what they say. They are only attempting to absolve their own karma by clinging to you in hopes that you will help them out of their situation, then to turn around and to stab you in the back all over again. They have not learned. That's my message for you all. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you want to order my book, Guided Light, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll get one out to you as soon as possible. I love you all and I'll talk to y'all next time.